Hello and welcome to episode 170 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is Results Matter.
Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lin Trin.
Now guys, just a really nice, quick, short, punchy one just to remind you on this lovely May day. The only thing inside of your business is results right now. And I want you to think about this because for a long time when I was coaching clients online, I was coaching men and I was running ads and I was running those nice, huge opportunity ads. I'm looking for 20 men who I can take on, who I can coach, who I can nurture, who I can write a nice transformation program for. And basically what would happen is, I'd pay Facebook $5 and I'd get 5 leads, right? And that's cool. And so we got thousands of leads and that was easy, right? But the reality was there was no real reason to get all these leads without doing anything to them. So guys, first and foremost, if you've got a bunch of leads that you are not utilizing, what are you doing to communicate, to nurture those leads every single day? And I bet a lot of you guys listening right now, if you're listening and you've gone through all these ads and you've got 1,000 emails that you haven't done anything with, I want you to start doing something with. And you're probably going to be like, Lin, what do I do with them? You communicate. And more importantly, you communicate honestly and authentically and you be yourself and you literally go, hey bud, or hey chica, it's been about 3 months since we've last spoken, or you probably don't even know who I am, but here's what we do and here's how you got into touch with us in the first place, right? And so you literally go, hey, so look, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sending you some really cool information. I've been working hard under the scenes. And what I want to do is I want to kind of help you reach your goal. So if that's going to be okay with you, then just don't do anything. Just stay tuned. If not, if you don't know who I am, just click the unsubscribe button below and no harm done, right? That first and foremost. So sometimes we're told and I was told by business coaches, experts and all that, who grew a business, the tactical things to grow a business, but I was never really told about the fundamentals to grow a business. And I truly believe that the fundamentals are the most important things. You can focus on the tactical stuff, right? But unless you've got the fundamentals laid down, you will never ever grow and you'll never ever succeed. And I think this was the biggest issue I faced for 9 months in 2014 when I was struggling, when I was hustling, I was working hard, I was having night sweats, I had podcasts in my ears at night, I was consuming, I was doing everything. But the reality was I was not focusing on me, the fundamentals of growing the business, who I showed up to, what leader I became. Okay? And so one of the most important things I look at is this, because I didn't focus on getting my clients results. That was the last focus. When I built out my course, when I built out my online flagship course for men, getting them from zero to hero, we had a 16-week transformation program for them. Yeah, we touched on mindset, could have done better, of course. When I look back now, I'm like, God damn, where it started, it wasn't great. Where it finished, it was great. And the reasons why it was failing, because I did not believe in my product. And I spoke to a few gym owners yesterday, actually, spoke to 60, one of my good mates, mastermind events, and I was speaking to them for 3 hours. And we sat down and we said, what is the problem here? And I drilled them and I went deep. Guys, the look on these guys' face were absolutely amazing, right? But I went deep and I said, look, who here feels like they've got a watertight product? Who here feels as though their product is much more better than their competitors, but knows deep down that if a prospect goes to their competitors, they're going to get screwed over, and that by going to you, you are actually going to save that person, that prospect, of pain, misery, money, and a lifetime of emotional damage. Who here feels that way about their product? Not a single person raised their hand. And that, my friends, especially if you're going to grow a business and not be the solopreneur, but it's fine being a solo person because you understand your product. But here's the thing. What happens when you grow a team and you hire 2 salespeople, 3 salespeople, and they don't see that you've got a solid product and they just feel that all their role is, see, the meaning of their role is this. It can either be, hey, I do sales for you and I sell people and I get paid commission and every sale I make gets $200. Or the meaning of it could be, holy shit, this person needs to come into your program because if they went anywhere else, they'd be emotionally damaged, they'd be scarred, they'd be scammed. They probably aren't going to get results, and I know you can deliver because I see what the results are inside of your business. You see, it's okay when you work one-to-one. It's okay if you can grind and you can deep down pull that deeper energy from you and convey that to your prospect through a sales call. But here's the reality. The reality is if you're going to grow a business, and I spoke to this about the gym owners yesterday, I said the reasons why your salespeople aren't doing sales isn't because they don't have a script. It's because of the energy that they're not bringing to the table because they don't believe in your shit. So first and foremost, before we move on, and this is something that happened to me, and this is why I'm so geared. You want to know why I'm so geared towards results? Why results matter for me? Because that is the only way I see growing a business. That is the only way I see growing and helping more people. So a lot of people like to go out there and across many different fields. This is the financial field. This is the fitness industry. This is the business coaching industry, whatever field there it is. And they go out there and they say, okay, this is all I'm going to do. And all I'm going to do is just give them a little bit more value than what they paid me. And if they didn't pay me for it, I'm not going to give it to them. Right? Well, all I used to do, all I was doing before was I was giving them a training, a diet program. I was like mindset, and I'm giving them webinars and they're not following through and they've paid me $500. Well, it's on them. It's not me. It's not my fault. I was being at the effect of things. I was being at the effect of them not taking action, yet I wasn't taking full responsibility. And as a person that takes full responsibility, I don't care what the situation is, but you step into that role and you go, holy shit, I'm going to be at cause. I'm going to take full responsibility. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to figure out how to get this motherfucker results. Because as soon as you can sit down and you start thinking that way, your whole business will change. And the reasons why your business isn't growing is because you're not thinking that way. You're thinking, how can I offer this package, give them this, and they pay me that, and we're sweet. Yet the reality is what you're doing is you're selling them more information. And what they need isn't information, they need implementation, and they need results. They're paying you for results. Because here's the thing, if you cannot get results inside of your business for your clients, you will screw up. You will screw up, especially when you start marketing. The reasons why you're not marketing hard enough is because you don't believe in what you do. The reasons why you don't market hard enough, go out to Facebook and go, holy crap, Facebook, today I'm going to spend $1,000 on this ad and I'm going to let my message get out there because I need to save these guys or these girls or these mums or these dads or whatever, whoever you're trying to save. And if you knew deep down that if you could transform somebody's life and have a profound effect on them, have a profound impact on them, then you would go out and go, who the hell cares about the haters? I need to save these people. And when you step into that zone, because you know that you are so results driven, that's all you care about, you're obsessed with getting results inside of your business will grow. Why? Because now you'll create a culture. Not only will you get results for your clients and they'll go back home and go, holy crap, this is the best, I will refer people. Okay, but now you give yourself the certainty to go out there and sell harder. And selling doesn't become a process of sales. Selling becomes a process of you saving them. You transforming their life. If you feel like every sales call right now is a sales call, then you are probably doing it wrong. And for a long time, don't get me wrong, I did it wrong. And that is why I'm here to try to recorrect the course of things, because here's the problem that we have in this industry. We have the problem that there are so many people aiming for followers, likes, instant gratification, and then putting out ebooks there and putting out more information, confusing people, not focusing on the actual thing that they paid for, and they paid for results. People don't pay for an 8-week program. Nobody wants to go to the gym 5 days a week for an hour every day. Very few people do. They actually do that as a consequence of because they believe that they're going to get the results. So here's this. If you're listening to this podcast, you're already in the top 1%. But here's the reality. There's one thing to listen. There's another thing to understand and actually do. The podcast isn't here for you to listen to. It's actually for you to hear to listen, learn, and then do. So today I want you to really think about your mindset, and are you going to make that mindset shift to go, holy crap, I'm going to be unstoppable, and I'm just going to have that mindset that every single person I connect with, I give them what they ask for and more. It's not about over-delivering, it's not about adding more value, it's about getting them what they came for and more. And they came to transform their life. They're coming to you with hope. They're coming for you because they believe in you. They hope that what you have is going to get them to their hopes, dreams, and desires. If you can't do that, you will lose. Because I'm going to tell you, inside of this information age, right, The biggest problem is implementation. The biggest problem for you is implementation. The biggest problem for your clients is implementation. And if you can find a way to solve that, then you win. Because business is all about solving problems. So I'm going to leave that podcast. I'm going to leave this podcast a bit of a rant. But yesterday I went through this for 3 hours and I drilled every single gym owner, business owner, cafe owner inside of that room and going, what is it that you actually do? What is it that you think that you do? Most gym owners think that they sell training and they sell nutrition, they sell fat loss. And I'm like, dude, you do not, or dudette, you do not. You sell hope. You sell a new identity. You sell a new life. They're coming to you because they're unhappy with theirs and they're hoping that if they get into shape, they'll have a new life. You're not selling to get into shape. You're selling the new life. So start thinking about that way, and that way you'll be able to innovate that way. But that's for another conversation. That being said, let me know if you're going to implement. Message me. I had a fair few people message me from the other podcast, so that was amazing. If you are listening to this show, then I want you to teach this to a person, a friend, a colleague. Teach it, share it. Because here's the reality. If you can't teach it, you don't know it, and then you won't do it. So I know this would have touched you deeply, because I know that it's the missing link inside of most people's businesses whenever I have a look. So with that being said, instead of listening, let's go and do.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.